Oh, I made a reaction channel. Link is down below in the description if you want to go subscribe. The video should be up now.
Where you and I belong. Dry up your tears, all of your fears will fall from the sky, ready to die. We won't be here too long.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, you've already seen in the title. You go ahead and put it down below in the comment section. Would you rather have Xenoverse 3 or Raging Blast 3? Now, before I get into the pros and cons of either of them, I'm going to give you what I would rather have. I would rather have Raging Blast 3, but for one specific reason. And before I get into that, let's go ahead and talk about the pros and cons. What would benefit everybody if Xenoverse 3 came out? More than likely, it would probably be a Xenoverse 2.5 instead of a Xenoverse 1.5, which is what Xenoverse 2 was. The track record on how they come out with the next game isn't the best. Regardless of how they made the fighting, because Xenoverse 3 is going to be totally different in fighting. It may have similar attributes, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be anywhere near the same. So, disregarding either of the game's fighting styles, you have to look at, what did Xenoverse do good? Customization. That's his best attribute. Without the customization, people aren't even watching it. People's not playing it. That's a fact. Second, it's proven that Xenoverse 3 is going to sell, because Xenoverse 1 and 2 did. It's the best-selling Dragon Ball game of all time. So it's a for sure thing. So on Bandai's terms, they're going to put a decent bit of money into it. They know it's going to work. So, what's its other best attribute? Custom created avatars, which unfortunately, even though it is one of its best attributes, it's one that is sorely lacking. Yeah, we have a lot of customizations, but we can't change the color of the clothes when most other characters can. You can change Goku's color of his outfit on his preset for the custom mentor, but you can't do it on your custom created character. Oh, well, you can get the gi that looks just like it. Okay, well, what about doing any of the other Frieza armor? Why can't I change the color of that stuff? I can only do like one specific item. 2 if you count the one that they give you. But that one's literally the only one that you can fully customize the color of it. And I like that one. I used to wear it a lot. I actually might bring it back. But that's part of the issue with Xenoverse 3. It's not going to be as customizable as I think it should be. So even though the customization of Xenoverse 3 is the bomb, or of Xenoverse 2 is the bomb, it fell short in a lot of areas. So, Raging Blast 3. How many pros and cons can you come up with? Off rip. Most people, probably not many, because I think the game only sold I don't even think the game sold 600,000 copies. So off rip, it's not a guaranteed moneymaker. So that's not a good choice in what Bandai's doing. Let's look at a pro though from Raging Blast 2, which is my reason for wanting Raging Blast 3 instead of Xenoverse 3. And that is, the game is about the characters that are in the show. What did they do with that? They allowed us to change all their moves. Well, you could have your own supers and everything while you fought. And they actually gave us some characters that aren't even legit. They're not even canon. We had Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. We had Super Saiyan 3 Broly. There's 2 examples. This game specifically brought us Hachiak, which isn't a memorable villain, but a unique design. And he was only in this game. This game was his storyline, I guess, except I never actually played him until I unlocked him. So, but Raging Blast was never about a storyline, which in my opinion is a pro. We've seen the same Dragon Ball story 500, 600 times already in every game we've played since Budokai 1. We don't want to see the same story again. I mean, okay, maybe if you start off in Super, I might be okay with it. But I really don't even want to play the Super version. I just want you to give us the attributes of the characters, as many arenas and stadiums as you can give us, so we can just duke it out. As many modes of a game, like we don't need a story mode, in my opinion, for a fighting game that would be of a Raging Blast caliber. Now, some people would say that might be part of the reason Raging Blast 2 didn't do real well. But I would say no, because at the time it did about the same as every other Dragon Ball game. But once online compatibility came in and everybody got online, it was a different story. Now all the games start doing better. So I do think that it would have a chance. I think it would be viable to say Raging Blast 3 would probably sell at least 2 million copies. Especially in today's day and age, I would say 2-3 million, pretty easy. But it's not a guaranteed. But the reason that I would rather have Raging Blast 3 is mainly because Xenoverse 2 went from being about your custom created avatar to about how many characters can we add to the game that already exist in the show. And in my personal opinion, if you was going to do that from the start, you might as well just made the game about your regular custom created characters. I mean, your regular cast characters. That's what you should have made the game on to begin with. That maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but if you're going to make a game that is based off of your CAC, your custom avatar creation, then you need to make the game through and through, every DLC from this point on, majorly about your custom created avatar. Because what you seen happen in Xenoverse was, as soon as they started releasing characters every DLC, all of the big content creators never asked, well, I want this move from my character, I want this transformation for my character. No, they would always say, what character should come to the game next? And it kind of forced this, oh, well, now the game is just based off of us adding more characters and not making your character a much more in-depth fighting player to play with, whatever you want to call it. So that's my issue with Xenoverse 3. I feel like it's going to turn out to be another Xenoverse 2 in time, and it just... If it's Xenoverse 3, I mean, like, just don't make it about the time patrollers unless we could be good or evil. Like, that's one thing. Like, I'll talk about that in another video, but as much as I'm sure that Xenoverse 3 is coming out, I don't have the highest of hopes for it, just because y'all know how the track record is. So, y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below in the comment section. Would you rather have Raging Blast 3 or Xenoverse 3? Whatever we get, I'm going to end up playing, so know that. Make sure to like and subscribe.
We won't be here too long. Right back at it again. Another day, man, walking with nothing to lose. No one can control you, so don't you back down. It is your choice, so what do you choose?